Howdy folks, here we are again in the hay barn looking out into the snow. We're not supposed to get a lot of snow. They said 1 inch, so I'm not expecting a whole lot here, but it is snowing rather hard right at the moment. But I got a new toy. Well, DL Harrell Construction's got a new toy. I'm gonna go down here and get it and show y'all what it is. I'm gonna put it on the T5. That's probably what we're going to use it on when we're blowing snow, and that's what I want to put it on so it can see how it looks. I mean, I could put it on this tractor. It'll fit on it too. It might be a little bit big for it. Well, let's go down here and get it and see what y'all think. I talked about this thing one other time, but I never did say whether we was getting it or not. So you can probably guess what it is. All right, see y'all there. Okay, so I just went and picked this thing up, so it's still on the trailer. And, well, here it is. HLA 4000, 10-foot wide snow blade. We'll go do a walk around right quick here out in the snow. Can't see it, but it says HLA snow blade right there, 4000 series. We got the skid steer quick attach because that's what our tractors have on them, is the skid steer quick attach. And we got the float option, which allows the blade to actually float a little bit and not be rigid to the loader, which is sometimes a problem. It's not so bad on that T5 because where it has ride control, the loader has about 3 or 4 inches of give in it, so that actually helps when using the blade on the loader. But this right here will give it even more give. Another nice thing about these HLA blades is, I'll get up on the trailer, all of them have this feature standard that I know of. The ones that we have anyway come standard. Is this here? It lets the blade be able to tilt back and forth so it doesn't gouge in if your tractor falls in a hole. If your rear tire falls in a hole and your tractor leans to the left or the right, the blade can just stay level on the road surface. It doesn't cock the blade up with the tractor. That's a really nice feature on a snow blade. All right, so this thing, it's a pretty healthy blade. You can see it comes up to, you know, above my waist. Comes up to about my belly button, I guess. And we got a carbide cutting edge on it, so it'll last a good long time, hopefully. And I got to make the hydraulic lines. Right here's where you tap into the hydraulics. I got to make the lines for the tractor. So I'm getting ready to put it in the shop, and I'm going to do that right quick. It won't take too long, hopefully. Can make the hoses right here in our shop. I'll show you all that if you want me to. Oh, okay, sure, I'll show you. Well, y'all can watch me grab this thing off the trailer here right quick and probably embarrass myself because I have a heck of a time seeing the coupler on this tractor. I told you I was going to embarrass myself doing that. But anyway, here it is on the tractor. It looks good on there. Looks a lot better on it than the 3000 does. The 3000 just looks so tiny on it. It looks about right with this tractor now. And I don't know if I told y'all, it's 10-foot wide. The 3000 that we have that I normally put on this tractor is only 9-foot wide. So this will help a little bit. But once you're angled, it'll be quite a bit wider than the tractor still, which will help going around turns and stuff. Because with the 3000, it was so narrow when I would start trying to go around a turn in the driveway, what would happen was the rear wheel would get up on the berm of snow, and then it would squish the snow back out into the driveway, which was aggravating. So hopefully this will help a little bit. I'm sure it won't cure it, but it'll help. And I got to lock the levers down. Hopefully they'll go down without any trouble. Now, why am I having so much trouble with that lever? I had a lot of trouble with that lever the other day. Anyway, I'll get it when I get in the shop. May have to get up on it. It may need some grease. Looks like it might be a little bit dry. I bet you that's what it is. Alright. I'll go in here and make some hoses. And man, it's pretty heavy though. I can tell it's on the front of the tractor. It's a heavy blade, that's for sure. Alright, in the shop we go. Alright, sorry about all the noise, but I gotta make hoses to go from here to here. So what I'll do is I'll make it come up and arc right down to them, because they don't have to be extremely long, because those things move with the these move with the coupler. They go wherever the blade's going to go, so they don't have to be extremely long. Unless you hook it to a skid steer, then they got to be longer. And I don't know if this blade will ever get it put on a skid steer, but I might ought to make them a little extra long in case they do. Anyway, you never know what's going to happen around here. Alright, so first of all, I need to figure out how long my hose is going to be, and I want to use this 3/8 hose with the red stripe. So I want to go do some measuring, figure out how long they need to be. So that's the first step. Okay, so I decided to make the hoses 4.5 foot long, which I think is going to work for the tractor. Be a little long for the tractor, but I think it may allow us to use it on the skid steer if we need to. So I'm going to go ahead and measure out 4.5 foot. It ain't got to be exact, just close. And we'll saw it off. Alright, I'm going to go trial fit it on the tractor right quick. I'll be right back. Then we got to put some ends on it. And we got to do another one just like it. Alright, so I went ahead and cut the other hose while y'all were away. And now I got to come up with the fittings that I need to attach the hoses. And all our fittings are over here. So I know I got to have one of these. I gotta have one of these. Here's what I want. These are exactly what I want. These are flat face couplings, just like what I need. And they attach to a 1/2 inch female or male pipe. These are female. So I got to come up with a male pipe, 1/2 inch pipe fitting that'll fit this and fit on the end of this hose, and then I crimp it on there. Okay, so I got the right couplings now, because I had the wrong ones a minute ago. These 1/2 inch pipe didn't fit in those other couplings I had, but we had the right ones, so I switched them out. I think the other fittings fit a O-ring boss, and we don't keep much O-ring boss stuff. But anyway, I gotta crimp these on the hoses, and I gotta go figure out what the other end of the hose needs on it that's on the blade. And I'm pretty sure it's a pipe too, but it's going to take a female pipe. So I need to go figure out what it takes. I'm going to get that, and then I'll start building these hoses, and then we can try out the angle on our blade. I got the right ends to fit the blade. They're just 1/2 inch female pipe. So now I just have to put them on the hose. So I normally put a little lubricant on, just so they'll slide up in there good. I normally hold it beside the hose just a little bit, so I can see how far it's actually supposed to slide up on there. That way I know how far it's on there when I put it on, because it's hard to tell. And it's going to go all the way up to that P right there. So I'm going to push it on, and I felt it bottom out. It's past the P. So this hose gets one of these. And it gets one of these. Let's see. It's going to go up to the U. There we go. Now, all I gotta do is go hook it up. Not really. We actually gotta compress them. These actually fit together. All right. So you're actually sitting on the press right now that crimps these things. So I'm gonna turn you around so you can see it. Right here is the crimping machine, and I hope y'all can see everything all right, but I can't see the viewfinder on my camera because of my new microphone. But anyway, here's the hose. Here is the die that goes in the crimping machine. I've already got it in there. You got to have certain ones for certain size hoses. This is for the 3/8 hose. You have to look on the chart and get the right ring to compress it with, which I've already done. I already knew which ring to compress it with. Depends on the size of your hose. Depends on the size of your hose. Okay. So there's a perforated mark around this fitting, and that's where you put that perforated mark right to the top of the die. I'll let you look in here. Put it right to the top of this die. Then you put your ring over it. You slide it back in here. Make sure it stays in the right spot, and then you turn it on. And it crimps it. So then you can pull it out, and you have a perfect hydraulic hose crimp. And that's all you got to do. So we'll go ahead and do this side. Get the mark lined up. Put this on. Slide it back in there. There we go. We have just made a complete hydraulic hose with 2 ends, and I have to put some pipe tape on this end and screw the flat face coupler on, and then this end doesn't have to have pipe tape, even though it is pipe. The way it's designed, it actually seals on a flare on the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other hose. Y'all don't have to see that because it's just going to be just like this one. And then I can hook the hoses up. Okay, so I got the hoses made, got the ends on, got the flat face couplings on the hoses. Now, I don't know which way to put, or which hose to put where. So what I'm doing is I've come up here to the other blade, and I'm going to look at this blade and figure out what hose needs to go where. That way when I move the lever, the blade goes the right way, and I don't have to redo the hoses, or don't have to switch the hoses around. It just saved me a little bit of time if I get them. That way I don't hook them up wrong the first time. it's looking like this hose makes it angle to the left. So this hose makes it angle to the left. This hose would be this hose. This hose has got the female coupling on it. So the one that makes it go to the left needs to have the female. Alright, remember that. To the left, female. And try not to screw this up like I did the wiring on the Massey Ferguson the other day on the light, when I got the wires crossed up. Alright, female, angle to the left. Got it? Good. Okay, here's the female hose. And here, this is the port that angles it to the left. So I'm going to set you over here. We're going to attach this here. Like this. Attach this one here. Like this. Tighten them down. Then we'll let Michael hook them up. Because that's the fun part.
Is that where you get sprayed with oil?
I hope not.
You and me both.
But that's why we're going to let you do it. Alright. Make sure this is tight. Make sure this is tight. That don't fit that. Alright. Now, should plug up easy. They ain't got no oil in them.
Shouldn't have any pressure.
No pressure.
It does not.
Well, what it is it could be pressure on the tractor side. So it's easy to resolve on this tractor. And I'll tell you how.
Alright, resolve it.
Reach down there as you're plugging it in and disconnect that Pioneer coupler. As you're plugging it in, just disconnect it and pull it up a little bit. And then pull it on off just a little bit and let the oil out. And then pull it up and reconnect. I think you're connected. That makes it a lot easier. Because those are Pioneer adapters on there.
And that one's tight.
That one's tight. Okay. I can resolve that too in the tractor. Okay. We got them hooked up now. And we're going to try it out for the first time. So, I'm going to raise it up. There with my wrench. Alright, I'm going to try to make it go to the left. So we'll see if it goes to the left. Hey, I got it right. Now we're going to make it go to the right. Perfect. We're going to cycle it a couple times just to get the air out. And we'll go out here and check for leaks. Looks good to me. I like a tree. Get the wrench out of my. Alright, there we go. We'll angle to the right so we can plow snow to the right. Alright, all done. I put a couple zippy ties on them to keep them together. But, I mean, the hoses are plenty long, but if you ever hook it to a skid steer, they got to be that long. Anyway, it won't hurt them to flop back and forth like that. I mean, I could build something to hold them stable, like a spring or something, but it's not really necessary. So, we're done. Gotta get this tractor out of the way. We got something else to work on. So, well guys, I was hoping I'd get to try this new blade out, but look out there. Snow's quit. Snow is done. And I don't think there's any more on the way, so we got about 1 inch and the roads were so warm it just melted off immediately. So, oh well, it got scared. It's scared of the new blade. That's what happened. See y'all later.